What's going on, nation? Vape here, and welcome. Super pump. I love Steamcrave. I love Steamcrave. You know by now that is my favorite company, probably. They released something very different that they normally release. They released a 23 mil RTA that I think is an upgrade. I'm pretty sure they used to have a 22 mil of the Lite or Lite RTA. This one they went to a different road. They tried to bring a multi-long or a direct long, depending on what you want. Single coil, 23 mil, but with all the old school that the Aromamizers bring. So obviously we go to all of that on the up and close. So what we're gonna do now? We're gonna dive down. Okay, so here is the box for the new Aromamizer Lite or Lite RTA. They say restricted direct long and multi-long, so different approach to from Steamcrave that normally do massive tanks, flavor chasing, like they say here, the flavor chasing single coil RTA. They normally go for clouds, big tanks, 41 mil, 30 mils. I think it's tank, user manual, a sticker. Gonna get all your extras, a lot of O-rings. You got post screws, you got in black and stainless steel if you want to. Tri-tool, you got 2 extra glasses. Those ones all 3.5 mls. You only got one bubble glass that is pre-installed, and it's gonna be 5.5 mls. And you're gonna get an extra 510 drip tip for very mild to long restriction. And here we have the main event, the Aromamizer Lite RTA. So it is 23 mil diameter, yeah, pretty small for Aromamizer, for Steamcrave actually. Designed by BJ Shy, always they say that on the bottom, not really sure who is, probably the owner or the designer at Steamcrave. Serial number, you got a protruding pin, not really sure if you want to use this on a hybrid. I mean, it is safe, but it's going to be really up to you. So on the top you're going to have 510 configuration drip tip, and they give you that extra one. This one is more for direct long heat. The other one is going to be more for restriction. If you want to do a multi-long, oops, you unscrew the top cap. I mean, Steamcrave are very similar in their tanks. They try to keep always the same shapes, the same mechanisms. This one is no different. Machining is very good. Like I said, Steamcrave in the past, I said many times, they got an amazing machining. So filling ports in there, not much going on. Here you're gonna have your airflow. So very similar to any other Aromamizer that we saw in the past. You got this big one, then you can go and start to restrict, and then they add this one for your mouth to long. Obviously 5.5 mls on a mouth to long configuration is going to be a lot of juice. Very nice. So you can unscrew, and it's going to be the typical deck style of Aromamizer. So the one that you pull out, very easy. I love those kind of decks. I mean, you pull out, very easy. Also, if something happened to it, you can replace it. They sell spare ones, so very nice. And here obviously you can take this apart if you want to swap your glass, this. So if you want to swap your glass or cleaning, you got your chimney glass. Here you're gonna have, this is a solid piece, is where your airflow and your deck goes through. As you can see, your deck is gonna be in there. You got these grooves, okay, that's gonna align straight away your coil perfectly. You also got the grooves on the deck, as you can see. You just align them there, and it's gonna align perfectly in that airflow. As you can see, side airflow. I mean, very similar to other Aromamizer tanks. Machining, look at that. This is a massive piece, and this machining in here is just wonderful. Very nice. This piece also come out, this ring in here is very tight, really tight, but it comes out if you want to remove your airflow. And look at that, very nice. And obviously you got your deck. Now the deck, very simple deck. See if I can zoom in a bit more. Here we go. So very single coil deck, very simple to go. I will recommend to wrap, clockwise, otherwise it's going to be very hard to fit your coil in there. Wicks is going to go in there in those channels, as you can see. Airflow is going to come to the side, hit your coil. And I mean, you can put a massive coil in here if you want to. You have the space. But like I said, try to always wrap clockwise, because anti-clockwise your coil is going to be very twisted. So be careful. I mean, they could have, 4 holes to make it easy, but I mean, I think it's simple like that. And you just throw your wicks in there, they will fit. Very, very nice machining, no issues, very, very simple. So I'm gonna keep this build, just gonna remove the hot spots if there's any in there, throw the cotton, and juice it up. So the cool thing about the Aromamizer decks is that you always can remove them, leave your tank alone in there and work on your deck. Then when you finish, just put it back on. So very, very nice. I mean, you can lower the coil, you can have the coil a bit more up. You can experience to see which one you're gonna have the best experience. I had a very good experience like this with this one. I don't see any issues the way it is. So light come out. You don't need a lot of cotton, just enough to touch that bottom. Aromamizer, I mean, I never had big issues to wicking or whatever. I kind of nail it all the time. So here we go. Put your cotton in there. Here. Here we go. Let's juice it up. Give it a little prime. Here we go. Let's absorb all that juice. Look at that. And we have the vapors. So what I like to do actually is when he's on my mod, I just turn my mod around, try to find the right place. Here we go. And then I just, oops, here we go. Then I just turn my mod, take it off. Yeah, that didn't work. Okay. Here we go. Pull back this ring. Now you don't have any juice flow control on this one. They normally have on this one, even though I don't think it's necessary. It never leaked on me. Here we go. Put it back on the mod. Fill the tank. So 5.5 ml on the bubble glass. Fill it up. And it's gonna be ready to be vape. So we're gonna come back on top. I tell you where you can get it, price, and we run to pros and cons. And we're back, and that was the up and close for the Aromamizer Lite RTA by Steamcrave. So where you can get it and price, you can get it at fastech.com. I will leave a link on the description for $42.90. That's about 38 UK pounds. We know by now that Steamcrave is not the cheapest company out there. Now the machining and their tanks, they are very, very good. Okay, all the series they have, it is pretty damn good. So pros and cons for this bad boy. I have a few little cons for this one. One of them has to be the deck. You have to be careful the way you wrap your coil. It has to be clockwise. If you do anti-clockwise, you're gonna have a very hard time to fit your coil in there. I think they could have fixed that issue with 4 holes. I understand they want to go for a simple deck, not too complicate, but still I will point that as a nicky-picky con. Another very nicky-picky con is not the most beautiful tank out there. I mean, got all those curves, especially with the bubble glass, and the airflow adjustment kind of pops out. It's not the most beautiful tank out there. I mean, it kind of looked good. It's not too bad. But because I didn't find too many cons for it, I have to point the nicky pickies. And that's pretty much it for cons. Pros. I like the approach on this one. They try to go to multi-long and direct long hit, even though I think multi-long on this one is going to be kind of hard. You really have to build very high use maybe the minimum setting, and even the minimum setting, the airflow setting, is gonna be kind of hairy. At the moment, I have a 0.29 build, 37 watts. I'm gonna use the little line on that massive airflow. You know, you got that like that shape, and then you got a small line. I'm gonna use that line, and it is wide open on that line. Let's have it. Look at that. For a tank that supposedly also do multi-long is a lot of clouds and flavor. Flavor was never a big issue, I think, with Aromamizers. They're pretty damn good. Now, let's put the wattage down to 19 watts. Okay, let's go to the tiniest airflow. I don't have the right coil for multi-long, so I might cough. But still, we're gonna try. Yeah, bit of a cough. I don't have the right coil in there. I think you could do a multi-long, even though I think this is gonna shine more in the direct long hit. Now, let's go to the biggest setting that they have for the multi-long, and I'm gonna show you 23 watts. So the biggest hole for the multi-long configuration, actually I'm gonna do a direct long hit. Look at that. That's 23 watts. 23 watts. Unbelievable. Now it wicks very, very good. No, I mean, if you've done the technique I done, you're not going to have issues with dry hits or leaking. Very, very nice. Now you can pump watts on this one for 23 mil single coil. It's a pretty damn good one. You know what? Let's go. Maybe it's too much. No, 43 watts. That line, the biggest line of the airflow. Look at that. For a single coil, you got clouds, you got flavor, juice capacity, very big pro. You got 3.5 mLs on the straight glass, 5.5 on the bubble, very nice. Plenty of air configuration, very, very good. You can go multi-long, you can go direct long hit, very nice. 510 drip tip compatible, so no big issues. I think 810 here will be a bit too much. They give you this 510 that is very, very comfortable, very, very nice. Got that, you know, conical shape going on in there. Restriction of the O-rings are all good. Wicking, building, very easy. Construction and machining, very big pro. So in the end of the day, this is a hell of a single coil RTA. I will put it probably right on the top with the Juggernaut Mini, maybe even be the best single coil of this year. But you know, we still got a few months to go. We're gonna wrap it up. I will definitely recommend this one. I will leave a link on the description if you want to grab one. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you on the next video. Till there, keep vaping.